It's a good day, class. Thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing to Metric Hub. I'm sure that we are experiencing a good benefit of your time and your data as you tune onto this channel. So please note that this is a national paper that we are working on, and please don't forget to turn on your notification button. Don't forget to share. Let's not forget to like, because we need our Metric Hub channel to grow and to become most resourceful. So therefore, our results and our performances will not remain the same. So Metric Hub welcomes you and thank you for tuning on to it. As you can see, this is the latest edition of the paper that was written this year. So basically what I'm doing on this paper is that you are going to see the basic communication tools and structures that you are going to, or that you are expected to know of as you prepare for your final examinations in this end of year November. So it's just a revision guideline that I'm providing to you, and also lecturer, my personal additional notes that I'm attaching to the board for you to take note of this. So don't be carried away that you don't prepare because the exam is an open book. Open book examination is very easy to fail. I will show you as we go through this. So without wasting any time, let's go through the question paper. There are instructions that you answer all the questions. N5 students, I'm sure that you understand what is expected of you. You cannot just jump and answer the question paper without following the instructions. You read every question carefully. And again, the numbering that is used in the question paper, the numbering system must be followed. Only black or a blue pen must be used in the exam, and then write neatly and legibly. That is very important. You need to take note of that. I'm going to go through the question paper right now. It's question 1, a precise. The addendum attached contains an article on how and when to practice yoga. There is an addendum that is attached there. So addendum, yoga, a way to go. You see, this is a very long comprehension, or a very long attachment, which is explaining about yoga here. What I just want you to take note of is that you need to know that this article is gonna help you to answer the question that follows. And then you need to know that as you are going through these questions, your reference and guideline is coming from this article. So like I'm saying, this is just a guideline. This is just a coaching, a mentoring session that I'm giving to you. So after a 3 months yoga program, the women had significantly lower levels cortisol. They also had lower levels of stress, anxiety, fatigue, and depression. Another third of 131 people had similar results, showing that 10 weeks of yoga helped reduce stress and anxiety. It also helped improve quality of life and mental health when used alone or along with other methods of alleviating stress. As meditation, yoga can be a powerful way to keep stress in check. There are many types of yoga, from peaceful hatha to high intensity power yoga. All types take your workout to a level of mind-body connection. It can help you relax and focus while gaining flexibility and strength. So yoga can also boost your mood. So I read through this article. You read all of it. It's so long, but having that does not mean that you should not read all the comprehension that is attached there. You need to read all of it. So having said that, we are saying use 120 words. Use 120 words. 12-point form. 12-point form is like to say you write your essay in point form to write a precise, in which the importance of yoga, the importance of yoga and its don'ts are highlighted. So as you read the article, we are saying you need to identify the importance of yoga and its don'ts are highlighted. Things that you should not do are highlighted. Give an original appropriate heading and stay within the prescribed number of what? Of words. So we are saying you give your own article, uh, you give an important heading into this, and then the number of words that we are given there is that it's 120. So having this, I'm saying it's question one. You see content is 12 marks. We have got 12 marks for content, 5 marks for language, and also the format. The format here, therefore, you need to understand that you shouldn't lose any marks. So question one, precise. I have already developed the point that I was picking up as I prepared for your lesson here, that you must have a precise with a heading. I'm saying it's a price. I mean, question one, precise heading must be in caps. So what I'm saying is the heading is that the importance of yoga and its do's and don'ts. The importance of yoga, precisely, and then I just put this so then you can know the importance of yoga, the importance of yoga and uh its don'ts. So this is the heading, but I'm saying it must be in caps. It must be in caps, class. It must be written in caps. So maybe let me just put it so then you know sometimes you tell students and then they don't do what you have told them to do. Where you do things, but you don't, sometimes you do find people doing their own. So what I'm saying is that I'm saying the heading here is that it's a precise, of course, and then the importance, the importance of yoga and its don'ts. This is what you should put. That's the heading, the importance of yoga and its don'ts. So that is the heading, but the word precise is at the beginning there. So having said that, so I'm saying the importance of yoga. So I'm putting here now, the question says put the answer in what? In point form. So the importance of yoga, it comes with many benefits for both mental and physical health. The importance of yoga, it comes with very many benefits for both mental and physical health. It combines breathing exercises. It helps with meditation. It encourages relaxation and reduces stress. These points, I'm saying, they are points that you are picking from the what? From the comprehension or from the infographic that is attached there. So it can decrease the secretion of cortisol in women. These are points that we are pointing out. It can also boost mood. It is not for it is not for you if you like a fast moving and competitive workout. It is great activity if you have diabetes and high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and and heart disease. Avoid certain postures. Avoid certain postures if you are diabetic and high blood pressure patient. Simple aerobic like walking and swimming may be best way to start. If you are pregnant, look for an instructor who is experienced in teaching prenatal yoga. So what I'm giving you guys is that you need to identify all these points, and then you are picking the importance of yoga. At the same time, don't forget the minimum, or I mean the maximum number of words that you are prescribed to. We are saying your precise is defined that it must use 120 words, use 120 words. So as you write these various points, you are putting them in point form, and again, don't exceed the words that are given there. So must indicate the total number of words that you have used. So you are counting your words, 118 words, 118 words. They are the ones that are in the essay. So what I'm saying is that the words are within the range that are given. So identify the topic. I mean, give the title to the what, to the precise. The title comes from what you are told to do. So here I'm saying the importance of yoga and its important and its don'ts. The importance of yoga and its don'ts. That is the title that I've given up to here. And then you go through everything and don't miss that these points you are catching them and getting them through the what, from the comprehension that you are given here. So that is what I'm saying, and that is what is expected of you. Follow the instructions. There is no continuous writing. Write it in point form as the question directs you to do so. And then question 2, letter of invitation. Letter of invitation, we are given that pregnant women, diabetic, and other people with heart-related chronic illnesses do not attend the gym. They don't attend the gym. The wrong perception they have about the gym stops them from from coming for workouts. They have got some stereotyping issues. As the manager of the local clinic, write a letter to invite the physician or a health professional to address the community about workouts. You are told that you are the manager in this case. You are written to say you are writing this letter as a manager class. We are saying as the manager. So in terms of your position, you are the manager of a local clinic, and then you're writing a letter to invite a physician or a health professional to come and address the community about workouts, show them the importance of working out, tell them about the options for other activities, and remind them that there is an expert trainer who had just joined the gym. So here you are already given what to write about, and this is a formal letter that you are to write. Everything is given, the format and everything there. So one thing that is important here, class, is that you see this borderline, this border that is given here, this border is always supposed to be there. When you are to do any communication article, any communication tool, you should know that this border is supposed to be always be given. It is supposed to, you put it first before before you start writing your answer. You are following and you are doing the right thing by putting the borders to what you are writing about. Your letter must be within the what, it must be within the borders here, which is showing that this is your what? This is your border. So having this border is first marked there. So this one is something like to say you need to know this can be our letterhead. This can be our header, which is always supposed to be there to identify what the name of the gym is. This is the name of the gym, Shiamo Gym. So I'm saying this must be given to identify what the name of the gym there. And then there's a formal letter. You are putting the address where you are found, and then check here. It's the address here. Uh, Personal address here, and then telephone, email, Facebook. We are talking about these are also very important to say that of today. We talk about the contacts. They must be there as well. They must be there. So you are giving all that. Don't forget that there is space here. There is space between this first address and the contact details. And then there is space also that you can give, and also the date comes there where you are going to put your date, and then you are now writing according to the clinic. We are saying this is the address of the expert that you are inviting. African clinic manager, this and that. The address is given there. DSA or madam, you don't know the name of the person, DSA or madam, as it is like that. And then we are saying this format is very important. And don't forget again, we are saying skip a line there. You skip a line, and then you also skip a line again here. That is very important. And then again here, you are leaving a space or you are skipping a line. Obviously, the books that we use, they've got lines. We are saying you skip a line again here. You skip a line there as well. So that is what we are saying. And then this is the basic, what you call, this is the basic structure or the basic appearance. Please don't forget these contact details. Obviously, of today, there is no organization that has got no telephone number, which has got no email address, and also you are also available on Facebook as what is the name of the organization, Shemo_Gym. That is the Facebook handle. So you do that, and then we are saying we go into the letter of invitation to work out this. You are also supposed to not forget about the border here, and then there is an RE there, which must come as to say the reference, letter of invitation to work out, letter of invitation to look to work out because you are inviting for that purpose which is given in the what in the essay there or in the reference that we are using. So paragraph 1, line of goodwill and greetings. You start by just greeting, just goodwill and greeting is paragraph 1, and then you skip a line there again, and then you go to the purpose of writing the letter, purpose of writing the letter here on under greetings. You skip a line, you go to this next, still on that paragraph, still on that paragraph, you are writing the purpose of writing the letter, invitation to workouts. And then uh paragraph 2, obviously here you skip a line, you skip a line there. We are saying paragraph 2, reason for invitation. Why a physician? Why do we need a physician? And then we are talking about those points that are involved or that are referred from our what from our context of writing the letter. This is a formal letter. Issues he or she had to address the chronic people, women, what they should do during workouts for safety in relation to their health conditions. So you are trying to demystify the reasons why people must not, or the resistance of the community specific groups of people not to do workouts. So you are giving those reasons. So therefore, you are identifying or addressing to the professional to come knowing what he or she has to come and talk about in relation to health issues. And then there is now also space, which we are going to talk about option for other activities that are there. We are saying for our people, we do have option for other activities that they can do. We have got things like yoga, we have got aerobics, swimming, we have got, and also working. So in terms of this, the questions or the expectation of the examiner is that you must mention at least a minimum of 3. Mention a minimum of 3 examples. Mention a minimum of 3 examples in this case. And then you are also going to talk about the availability of what of new expert trainer in your services or in your organization. You have got what you have also an expert trainer who is available in the organization. You are mentioning to the, you are also indicating to the what, to the professional that you are inviting, that we also have an expert trainer who is available in our organization, who is to do this and that. And then you also need to indicate the date where this training workshop must happen. The venue also, obviously, in terms of the date, you can't forget the what, the time, date, time, and venue. They must be indicated in your what, in your writing. Don't miss these things. You know what I'm saying is that most of you guys, when you go to exam, the mistake that you do is you go and just copy a formal letter with not without referencing to the context of the question that you are answering. So when they say an open book, they are just referring you to resources or to information that can guide you with regards to what you should do. So you don't just go open a book and start copying a formal letter, but you address the points which are requested or which are directed within the question. So obviously, this time around, I'm saying you are not going to make such mistakes. I am looking forward to that is what you are expecting. I'm looking forward to see you soon, and I will appreciate your availability. I hope I hope you or any suitable polite. I mean you. I hope you or any other person can be available. What we are saying is that you provide any suitable polite line of goodwill just to show that you are appreciating the availability of that professional. And then when you write this letter, remember we said this is a formal letter. You also go and say that yours faithfully. You provide yours faithfully. What that is to show that you are still official, and then you provide to say that your signature is also supposed to be there, and then underneath you're going to give what your name. This name I said it can be your name or any imaginary name. This can be your personal name or any imaginary name that you can give. Any imaginary name that you can give. And then here we are saying that it must be in what? It must be in caps. It must be in caps. Your underneath your signature, you put your names in caps. They must be in caps. And then obviously again, I'm saying what is your designation? You are indicating that you are the instructor of that gym, or you are showing that you are somebody who is of this position. So here we are saying the instructor, and then you write that letter, and then you ensure that the letter is meeting and addressing the matters that you are to address there. In any case, again, I wish to make it clear that you must not forget that this is a letter and it must not be just too big without paragraphs. The size of the paragraph should be short and precise, and they must be smart. So therefore, your letter is not supposed to be too big. It must be just a proper document that you remember that you are writing to a professional, someone. You cannot take it as a newspaper article that you can have to take 3 hours reading. So take note of those kind of what you call special nitty-gritties that you must not make errors on. So therefore, I mean that that is how you write a formal letter. And then question 3, it's a questionnaire. You remember that you are going to do a questionnaire. You should not forget that when you go here, you are not gonna you always have to write a questionnaire or design a questionnaire. So Shiamo, the manager of the gym, is thinking of closing the gym because of market decline. The market, there is no clients. He lost clientele, but he is not sure if closing the gym will be the correct solution. He is not yet sure. So design a questionnaire to determine whether the Mafeking community is supporting the idea of total shutdown of the gym or not. So what we are saying is, in this case, it's just almost like you are doing a marketing research. You are data collecting on the importance of this gym to the community of what? Of Mafeking. So that is what you need to understand here. So here I'm saying, don't forget that there is always a what? We always have our borderline there. We always have our borderline that must always be given, or that must always be drawn there. I mean, it must be there. You draw with your ruler anyway. You are not you are not drawing by freehand. You draw your borderline, meaning to say this is supposed to be within a what? Within a borderline that you have drawn yourself. It must be within a borderline, like I said before. This must be in a borderline there are important marks that you can lose unnecessarily by not doing that. I'm doing this. I didn't do it when I was designing this answer. So therefore, you can be able to see what I'm doing. Some of you might miss it. So letter 80 or logo is the Shiamo gym, which is there. I'm saying you should not forget that it is always supposed to be there. We are saying it must be there as the header. So in any case, the organization in these days of now, remember this is a formal organization that is existing within the fourth industrial revolution. The qualities and the formalities of an organization cannot be disputed and cannot be uh, just taken for granted. So the log must always be there or the header. So don't forget that this one, Shiamo Jim, is coming in just to show that this is our header of what this is the name of the business that we are referring to. And then content topic is closure of the gym that is there. And then we are saying the purpose of the questionnaire. You are just pointing out that this you put them like the way I'm putting them right now. Purpose of the questionnaire, finding out if people support the idea of shutting down the gym. You are putting them there. And then instruction, please help us with the survey by answering the questions below. Drop the complete form in the suggestion box at the clinic when you are done. And again, you can as well indicate that this information that we are collecting is strictly going to be used for our developmental purposes, and it will never be shared it can never be disclosed to any third parties. You know the Poppy Act. You are just showing your client, giving them the confidence that what you are going to do is not just be random kind of negligence in terms of their information and stuff, but you are operating within the expectations and the standards of Information Management Act of South Africa. So that must be not be forgotten. And then you put a subheading now as to say the questions. How old are you? The person is going to give is I'm maybe 25 years. Where do you stay? Mafikeng. How do you feel about the shutting of the gym? Not supporting shutting down. Here, I'm not saying these are answers that you are putting, that you should, these ones that I'm writing here, I'm just writing in a case to say I am a what? I am a respondent. I'm just putting this as example to say that maybe I'm a respondent. But where now you are supposed to make sure that you write your answers or you design a questionnaire only following these things which are given in red. Follow the red information that I'm presenting on the board there. Do you feel it is necessary for people to do workouts? Yes or I mean, it can be either you give options, yes or no. Which activities do you like as workouts? You also give that people to indicate them. Remember, we are trying to come up to find the feasibility of continuously operating the gym or not. And then uh still on that. So what we are saying is that this is a questionnaire which you have given, and then I've given directions in the first part of saying the content, where the questionnaire should be dropped, where to put the information after filling in, and then that is what you should do. So please note that this is what you should do, and never lose unnecessary marks by making unnecessary errors. So please, that's what you need to understand. And then let's talk about a formal invitation. Is question number 4. A formal invitation. A formal invitation. A formal invitation that we are working on here is that the instructor of the Shemo Gym has organized a fitness day, which will include a number of sporting activities. What is happening is that the event will take place at Mumbato Stadium on 24 August 2024. At this time, write a formal invitation and invite the sponsors. We are saying a formal. The question is saying write a formal invitation and invite the sponsors to be part of this day. Indicate that they should respond 5 days before the event and state that all COVID-19 protocols will be observed. You are just giving them security and assurance that they will not be having any problems. So they should respond 5 days before the what? 5 days before the event. And we are saying that the event is taking place on what? On 24 August. So as you are going to write the invitation, what we are saying is that obviously 5 days before this one, it's going to say, please, may you confirm your availability not later than 19th of August, because we are calculating the 5 days before here. You should indicate that to say that this is going to be what? 19 August. I'm showing you this because certain times you make mistakes on that. You don't take it into account that this, as you are drafting before writing, you are saying 19 August is the what? Is the reservation date which they are expected to work with. So I'm saying we have also our what? Our border here. We have our border there. We have our border there. And then we put our borders here. Sometimes you might also even make it like this, just to make it as like you are designing something. You understand? Just to make it look different. I'm just putting the borders there. And then I'm putting the borders there. I'm putting my borders. That is how I'm putting my border there. So we are writing a formal invitation. We are saying this is also still, we are still talking about this as the what? As the header. We are still having this as the header. The Shamo Gym is always there in every document that you are doing. Please don't forget that in any case, the document that you are doing must always have the header of the what? Of the organization. And then format is very important here. We are not saying you write format, but we are saying this is what you should follow. The borders are there, and it must be in a 4-page. And then the borders that we are putting there, the different fonts that you must also look on, the letterhead that we said that it must be there, the telephone numbers, the email addresses, we told you about that, and then content to the sponsors. The sponsors, maybe I can say the sponsors, which I can say, Western College, PTY. I can say Western College PTY as the sponsors there, and then the management have pleasure of inviting you to a fitness day, which will include other activities such as those ones that we have mentioned there. But we said that you must mention, don't forget to give ETC. This one is not supposed to be there, but I'm just saying you must give a minimum of what? Of 3 examples. You must put a minimum of 3 examples. So we are saying the dirty, here you can even put it as RE here, RE, invitation to fitness day, which will include other activities such as that and that. And then I'm saying dirty, 24 August, time, it is given there to say what time are we having that, 6 o'clock in the morning to forward to 1600 hours. And then venue, it is also supposed to be identified there to say where is the event taking place. Don't forget the venue. And then please indicate RSVP, we are talking about the reservation or the latest date of response. Like I said before, I told you that it should be what? We said 5 days before the date, which is on or before what? You remember, on or before 19 August. On or before 19 August is very important because we said 5 days before. Latest should be 5 days before date of the event. Contact person is what? It can be your name or any other imaginary name. And then please note that COVID-19 protocol will be observed. Please note that COVID-19 protocol will be observed. So basically, in this case, learners, understand this one thing. I'm saying you should be guided of what to do by the instruction that you are given there. So you cannot score anything less than 13 out of 15 because what you are supposed to write about is already guided by there, which I was marking in the what? In the infographic that is presented here. So these are the items or the key areas that you need to address and you need to take note of them. So I'm saying take note of that and you will never go wrong. You will never go wrong and you will be always good. So whatever that you are referred to use in terms of the directions of answering the question, if you follow those directions or answers, and you will never get less than a distinction overall in your examination. Question 5, investigative reporting. So we are saying, as you are preparing for paper 1 examination next week, what I'm saying is you need to understand that these are the key communication tools that you are to answer, that you are to look at, or that you are to meet with in the exam. So investigative report is the 5th one. We talked about the addendum. We talked about the precise. We talked about a formal letter. We talked about a letter of invitation, and then we are talking about a report here now, and finally we are saying an invitation letter which you need to write. And don't forget that all these documents are treated within the formal order. So investigative reporting since beginning of April 2024. The clientele at Shiamo Gym has declined. Only a few people attend the gym. And the manager thinks one of the solutions is a total shutdown. He has consulted with a director at the Department of Sports. Consulted with the director at the Department of Sports. You see there. And then what is happening? Let's check. So sports, arts, and culture, the director is willing to sponsor the gym as one of the remedies to curb the challenges the gym is encountering. So, but he has to know the causes of poor attendance at the gym and what made people to lose interest in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So, we are saying that's the information. So, write an investigative report. As the manager of the gym. Provide answers to the director. To questions of saying why people have lost what interest in the gym. The director is expecting a report on 10 April. The instruction was given on 1 February. You understand? Don't be confused about those dates. Use the memo and the relevant investigative report format. So again, I'm saying you need to understand that you have what? You have your header, your borders here. Your borders are there. Your borders are there. This is one key thing that you should always know. When you are going to answer a question with in communication, where you are responding on some communication tools, you must always know that you put the what? You put the borders without, before you go anywhere. The borders are there. You put your borders there. That is what it is. Your borders are what are inserted. And then let's look into the what? Let's look into this. So we said is the what? Letterhead. This one is the letterhead. That is the letterhead. And then we said to the director of Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, because you are told to say you write to the director of this, and then date 10 February. We are saying 10 February 2024, as it is indicated there to say that report to be done by what? By 10 February 2024. And then from you are told that you are the gym manager, which is Mr. or Mr. Who, Mr. So and so, your name which you are given, as to say, my name is that one. You understand? And then we say the telephone numbers can always be there, which we can as well even say that the email address, the email can also be given what must be there. And then subject a report on why the community people have stopped attending a gym. And then it must be written in what? In caps. It must be written in caps. Subject report on why people or community people have stopped attending a gym. So terms of reference. So we are saying the terms of reference, the director has given an instruction on 1 February to write a report to investigate on the reasons for people not interested in the gym or health lifestyle anymore. The report has been completed. It has to be completed by 10 of what? 10th of April. Procedure, procedure. We are saying why people have stopped. So we are giving what we have done. The procedure is that community members were given questionnaires. A number of people were also interviewed. The way data was collected through questionnaires, also interviews. Discussions were held with employees and board members. So what we are saying is the procedure of how the information was found. We accept or we take any relevant procedure that can be stated in regard to that, and then findings. The gym rates are high and people can no longer afford it. Why people are not coming. Remember, we are saying we are writing a what? An investigative report. So the findings shows that the findings shows that the rates are high and people no longer afford it. That is the findings. That is the findings there. And then the operating hours do not cover most people. That is the findings again. People are no longer coming because of the operating hours. The people prefer jogging in the morning and afternoon. Therefore, they no longer come to the gym. And then the conclusion to the report is you are giving any relevant conclusion to what you are giving any relevant conclusion to the findings that we have given there. It is shown, the report has shown that most of the people are no longer interested in what? In yoga and aerobics because they are or the conditions or the environment is not conducive for them, whatever reason that you are finding there. And then recommendations, you are also giving recommendations informed by the findings that you have found here. The findings that you get here, they are going to guide you in terms of giving the relevant what? Giving the relevant recommendations there. So the report is compiled by, which is we're saying your name, or any imaginary name that you can put there. It can be your name or any imaginary name that you can put in that regard. Signature, you are putting your signature to say, who are you? You are giving a signature of who are you? And then name in full. This must be in caps also. This must be in caps. You are putting the full name in what? In caps. And then the position is the designation, as to say you are the manager. You are showing that you are the what? You are the manager. You are the manager. Therefore, it must be taken note of. It must be said. Thank you very much for your time, and I wish you all the best. I'm sure that you have looked and you have seen these communication tools that we have talked about to say what should you do and what is expected of you. And please take note of your relevant notes that are also you obtained during the semester study and everything else that is relevant as we prepare for these exams. And I said again, please note that you don't go and open any report that you are finding in the textbook. The textbook, the issue of open book, it is just to guide you in finding the specific tool that you should use, giving you the information which you can refer to, but answering the questions that you are answering per specific instruction which is given on each of the questions. So please don't forget to subscribe and also to like the channel, because quite a lot is coming, even also for your Ed 6 and paper 2, which you are to write the following week. Then thank you so much for your time, and I wish you all the best. Uh, let's do it, and let's keep on sharing to friends and family. You have a beautiful stay, and all the best.